Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Justice for All. That's a bit of a mouthful, so I'm just going to call it Ace Attorney Justice for All. The second game in the Ace Attorney series. I'm really looking forward to this. I loved the first game. I cannot wait to see what happens next with the story and the characters and everything else. I'm assuming it's a sequel. No one's told me it's a sequel, but I would guess that it is. Let's jump in. Really excited for this. Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout. Play The Lost Turnabout? Yes. So we're sticking with the whole turnabout name. Ooh, okay. Ugh, how did I get into this mess? Alright, we're in a mess straight away. Okay, that's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Are we being pursued by like a killer or something? Oh my god, is that the judge? What? What have I done wrong? This is a nightmare then. I cannot allow you to go on like this. Let's do the judge's voice, because it looks like him. But I'm just a simple defense attorney.
Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title.
Wow, he's scary in nightmares. Cool opening. September the 8th, 9:08 AM. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. Straight into court then. It's just a ringtone, okay. What a nightmare. And I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Who is this? What is going on? Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but this guy kind of looks like a mix of Phoenix Wright and Edgeworth. It's nothing personal, apparently, is what that said, I think. I don't know if that's part of the nightmare. I'm really not sure. A few minutes later, District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. ... Ouch. My head is throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy in there? A new person. Good morning. Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? ... Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts. Absolutely. Roger that. ... Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I'd done something wrong. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. ... What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Okay, this is a bird. Life in my hands? You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? Well, we are really not with it. Just when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me, ever. What is this girl babbling about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible. No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I can't believe this. No, it's just... Well, I think you have the wrong person. Yes, I'm... ... I'm... Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? I've got some sort of, like, memory loss going on here. The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? Okay, we have no idea what's going on. Apparently Phoenix is in as much of confusion as we are. I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see. What can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Yeah, so, like... someone please! Tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? So, is this a dream or not? I'm very confused. I'm guessing it's not, but here we go. September the 8th, 10 AM, District Courtroom number 2. The judge is the same. I was wondering whether he would be the same. Oh, new music. Okay.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Are you talking to me?
Do you see any other defense attorneys here?
I guess not.
Now then, are you ready?
No, because we apparently have no idea what's going on. Right, what have we got with us? Our attorney badge, a cell phone, Dustin's autopsy report. Time of death, 9th/6th at 6:28 PM. This is American date format, isn't it? So it's the 6th of September. Cause broken neck, body was also covered in bruises, and we've got some smashed glasses found under the victim's body. Pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. Okay, so I'm guessing the type of lens is going to be important in some way. What are we doing in terms of profiles? Maggie Bird, my client. The only thing I can recall is that she's a policewoman. Dustin Prince, aged 30, the victim and a policeman. It seems that he was dating the defendant Maggie Bird. Okay, so they were a couple. And then we've got Winston Payne, aged 53. Prosecutor for this case, lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Is this the guy who we had against us in the was it the first ever case we did? There was a guy who looked kind of like this. It was before we met Edgeworth. I think it was the first ever case. I don't know if it's just like a general, you know, lawyer look. I'm not sure. If it is the same guy, let me know, please, in the comments below. Now then, are you ready? Yes. Why not? I guess I should say yes for now.
Are you ready, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. Wait a sec. If her life is in my hands, I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of... It's not happening.
The court will not hear the defence's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten.
Actually, I have.
Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer.
A policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me. And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that.
In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant.
Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness.
It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time.
Okay, so I think this is the guy then. I think that's him, like, confirming that it is.
I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie.
Okay, and who are you again?
The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand.
Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. Okay, so like the dinging sound and everything is different in this. I quite like it. It feels familiar, yet fresh.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know.
You work under that detective? Yes, sir, and while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down. I believe you.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. Okay, so he was shoved over the railing, I guess, and then broke his neck on impact.
The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday.
Ah, yes. The autopsy report, correct.
Why do I not remember getting a copy?
I see everything is in order here.
So I wonder if this whole like amnesia angle thing that's going on is a way of the game reintroducing mechanics for people who perhaps didn't play the first game and are jumping in at this point. Like it's a way of it being a fresh start so they don't like miss out on anything crucial.
Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirm the time of death.
If I may, Your Honour, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph.
Very well. The court accepts it into evidence.
Crime photo 1 added to the court record.
Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention.
Yes, Your Honour.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I guess.
Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body.
What's there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second. What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. ... Alright, sir. I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. Okay, yes, that is what's going on here. Court record? Yep. Info about evidence and people involved with this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court record by pressing tab. Tab, huh? You really know what you're talking about, don't you? It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honour?
Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later.
Sorry, Your Honour. Well, I guess I better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again? Tab?
Alright, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body?
Well, I haven't pressed it yet. Calm down. Okay, time of death. Broken neck, body was also covered in bruises. Okay. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body? I mean, I guess it's the glasses. Does it even say? Can we open it up? No, we can't. Okay, anyway. Found under the victim's body, so it's the glasses. That's simple, Your Honour. Broken pair of glasses.
That's right. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir, and held on to them as he fell. ...
Hey! Why are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Yes, this is my spare pair. But these glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine, I swear, sir. You sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on that same day I accidentally stepped on mine. A coincidence, she says.
Your Honour, I have further evidence to present.
Oh, you have more?
And this evidence is very decisive.
Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence.
Okay, decisive evidence. Gumshoe's our first one on the stand. I like that the music is all different, it's cool.
There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. Maggie. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit.
Yeah, I mean, that sort of does make sense.
This is a picture of the writing, Your Honour.
Why, this is... Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here.
Someone could have, like, grabbed his hand and done that, though, right? Because his, like, finger is pointing, so they could have just grabbed his hand and, like, written that in, like, holding his wrist. As long as they were wearing gloves or something to not leave any prints on his wrist, they could do that.
The prosecution would like to submit this picture.
Understood. The court accepts it into evidence.
Okay, crime photo 2 added to the court record. As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name as clear as day on the ground. But I already told you those glasses aren't mine. And how do you explain his dying message? ... It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine? This is it. I'm counting on you. Sure, but what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all. Normally this is the part where you get in the witnesses' faces. get in their faces and do what? So this is like an alternate version of one of the themes from the previous game, right? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm going to lend you a hand. The prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like that detective. He does sort of look like a scatterbrain. Could say that. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honour. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright. Okay, cross-examination time for the first time in this game. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. Press. About those glasses. Do you have any proof that those belong to my client?
The lenses are for nearsightedness, and are almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kind of like the ones she's wearing in her ID, pal.
What should I do now? Let's continue pressing. Hold it. Almost and kinda are not good enough in a case like this. Do you have more definitive proof? Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses?
The dirt and sand rubbed out any traces of fingerprints or anything else.
So what you're saying, detective, is that you have nothing that proves those glasses are my client's?
Something like that.
What?
I see. So, there is no proof.
Wow, that was amazing! I could totally feel it down in my gut. Why is the health bar popped up? During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area. Now, you're sure he was pushed and that's how he fell?
Yeah, pal. If you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far.
Okay. But he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. The culprit's name?
Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but...
Was the name that of my client? I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. Are you absolutely certain?
Sorry, pal, but that's what it said.
Okay. It does say Maggie, so that's right.
This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie.
He's got a point. Hey, hold on! Huh? Don't hurt me. I know the picture says Maggie, but now that she mentions it, something does feel kind of off about this picture. That's how you know you found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence. So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like. I better check the court record again. Okay, so are we back around to the... Okay, so a contradiction. Broken neck, body was also covered in bruises. I mean, the thing is, if he broke his neck, he wouldn't be able to write, would he? And also, I can't see a name in that photo. I don't know if that's just like an angle thing, but maybe it is. Yeah, I don't know. Would you be able to do that with a broken neck? Probably not, right? I guess with a broken neck, you would maybe like die on impact, or certainly be like paralyzed and unable to do anything. But I'll tell you what, guys, we're actually out of time. I am really enjoying this so far. It's like familiar, but different at the same time, and I like it, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here. I'm just loving these Ace Attorney games, and I can't wait to play more. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne Nate, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Pauliome, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCom555, Chrissy, Paul James, Salties, Adventure Game Geek, and Megan, and I'll see you next time.